please remain standing for the invocation. Let us pray. At the commencements of this school year, O God of wisdom, we are grateful for your constant presence among us. We gather from many faiths, backgrounds, and traditions, honoring our unity amidst our diversity. We offer thanks for the gift of new beginnings and the opportunity to learn, grow, and wonder. Yet, even as we begin this year with excitement, our hearts are heavy for our neighbors at Milligan College. We hold in our thoughts and prayers the families, friends, and the entire campus community, grieving the devastating loss of 2 cycling team members and the serious injuries of several others. O God of comfort, wrap your healing grace around their families and the students. We ask that you be a source of comfort, healing, and peace to them as they begin classes amidst profound grief. We also ask that you be with all of us as we navigate new surroundings, carry the expectations of family, friends, and self, and the grief many of us feel on this campus. O God of knowledge, bless our faculty, students, and staff, and may this year draw us close as the Lees-McRae family, building solid relationships that support and sustain us. Grant our students wisdom and discernment in their learning, and bless our professors with patience, compassion, and understanding in their teaching. May our community be a place of strength, refuge, and hope for one another. We pray for all this and more in your holy name. Amen. You may be seated. Please now welcome Mr. Andrew Belcher, SGA President.
All right. Good afternoon. Those bagpipes were cool, weren't they? It's amazing to see everyone here, and it's truly an honor to be speaking before you this afternoon. For those of you who I haven't had the pleasure of meeting yet, as Pastor Ted said, I'm Andrew Belcher, your student body president. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the stage party, all of the staff, students, and faculty who made this possible, the beautiful Order of the Tower members who so graciously volunteered to assist with Convocation, my mom, who's here. Love you, Mom. Yeah. And last but certainly not least, all of you, the new and returning Bobcats here with us. There's something special about the band of students ensconced within this auditorium. Every person on this planet is distinct in one way or another. In y'all's case, your distinguishable characteristics played a role in casting you here to your new home, Lees-McRae. Regardless of where you're from, your gender, race, hobbies, background, team, major, socioeconomic status, your favorite Pokemon, or your favorite color, you all now have something in common. However, it's important to understand that the commonalities don't end there. If there's one thing I can promise to you all, is that you will face adversity. There will be times in which you feel as if you wear the world too heavy and can no longer bear the weight. There will be times in which you fail and times in which you regret a decision. Some of you may suffer a career-altering injury or pull an all-nighter to stay on top of your course load. But lifting the weight of the world will make you stronger. And imagine if you were 20 failures away from success. How excited would you be to fail? That all-nighter, it may orchestrate a series of events leading to you acing your exams. And that grade may impress a recruiter, which may land you the internship of your dreams. I'd like to recite a quote from the 44th President of the United States, Barack Obama. Making your mark on the world is hard. If it were easy, everybody would do it, but it's not. It takes patience, commitment, and comes with plenty of failure along the way. The real test is not whether you avoid this failure, because you won't. It's whether you let it harden or shame you into inaction, or whether you learn from it, whether you choose to persevere. Lees-McRae isn't just a place you go to get a degree. We're a family. And our family just got a little bit bigger. So on behalf of all the students, faculty, staff, and community members, It's my pleasure to welcome the new and returning Bobcats to the beginning of the 2026-2027 school year. Y'all are too kind. Please welcome Dr. Pam Vesley, Vice President for Academic Affairs.
Good afternoon, Bobcats. It's my privilege to welcome you to Convocation 2026, and most especially to welcome our newest students into the academic community here at Lees-McRae College. Convocation is one of my favorite traditions because it marks a beginning. Today, you are not simply beginning another semester or another year of classes. You are beginning a journey that we hope will change the way that you understand yourself, the people around you, and the world that you will someday help shape. More than 125 years ago, the Reverend Edgar Tufts came to these very mountains and discovered both a place and a people who would change the direction of his life. What began as a calling to serve became something much, much larger, a commitment to education, to community, and to creating opportunities for others. Tufts described that sense of purpose in words that have become part of our story here at Lees-McRae. And set aglow a sacred flame, I cannot tell the day or hour. I really love that image of the sacred flame because Edgar Tufts reminds us that we don't always know the day or the hour. When something might matter to us so deeply that it begins to change who we are and who we can become in the world. We can't always predict which class, which professor, which friendship, experience, challenge, or unexpected opportunity will change the direction of our lives. And that is what makes Lees-McRae College so distinctive. Here, we believe in education is something that you do, not something that you receive. We ask you to explore, experience, question, reflect, take some risks, and discover what you are capable of becoming. As we ask you to do all of that, we ask you to do it in this remarkable place that we all call home. Our motto reminds us that we are in the mountains, of those mountains, and for those mountains. These mountains are more than the backdrop for your education. They are actually your classroom. They're part of our history, and they're part of the responsibility that we all take together to care for this place and for one another. So as we begin this academic year, I challenge you to find your sacred flame, find the question that you cannot stop asking, find the work that matters enough for you to do your absolute very best. Find the people that challenge you to grow and the experiences that make you see yourself differently than you do today. Find that flame and nurture it and use it to the service of something greater than yourselves. Students, there are faculty and staff gathered all over this room and all over this campus who believe deeply in what you can accomplish. Ultimately, this journey will actually belong to you. Welcome to this new academic year, and to our newest Bobcats, welcome to Lees-McRae College. May this be the year that something within you is set aglow. At this time, I would like to take just a moment to recognize our dedicated faculty who are here to serve you, our students. Please welcome Dr. Mike Vines, who serves as the Dean for the School of Arts and Humanities. Dr. Vines.
Good afternoon, and welcome back to a new school year. I'm Dr. Michael Vines, the Dean of Arts and Humanities, and at the risk of stating the obvious, no matter what you choose as your major, you will be working with other people throughout your career. And as you probably know from personal experience, people are complicated. Deepening your understanding of the complexities of the human experience by exploring how humans cope with the chaotic randomness of existence, how they process their joys and sorrows, appreciating their culturally varied notions of meaning and purpose. Understanding these things will be a valuable asset to you in your career. It will enhance your ability to relate to others, and it will make you a better member of your team and a more creative and thoughtful employee. As the name suggests, the humanities explore the human experience. As historians, we do this by looking at the long record of human activity. As writers and speakers, we explore the ways in which we express our understanding of our purpose and place in the world through language and literature. And as artists, we develop our appreciation of the creative ways that we express our joys and sorrows in poetry and prose, drawing and painting, and dramatic performance. In each of these disciplines, we are guided by our thoughtful reflection on the meaning and purposes of human existence that are the central concerns of both philosophy and religion. At Lees-McRae College, we have a talented group of experts in each of these fields. Let me ask the faculty of the Schools of Arts and Humanities to stand and be recognized. We invite you to join us in the exploration of history, language, literature, religious studies, art, and theater, and know that we are ready to support you however we can in your academic journey. Please welcome Dr. Josh Pate, who serves as the Dean of the School of Business and Management.
Hello, Bobcats. Hello. Thank you. Welcome to the fall semester at Lees-McRae College. I am Dr. Josh Pate. I'm the Dean of the School of Business and Management, and our school includes students who are majoring in, and as I announce, would our faculty rise? Business administration, outdoor recreation management, sport management, and tourism and resort management. So we also have minors in a variety of things such as ski industry and business, cycling, studies, and coaching. So as you see, these types of activities and these majors are very active disciplines. Class content matters, but so does learning outside of the classroom. Things that we've done over the last few years and summers and will continue to do, working with Avery County Chamber of Commerce, managing Wildcat Lake all summer long, managing events like Adaptive Ski Week on Beach Mountain, and working all of our home athletic events. So my challenge for you this academic year is very similar. Yes, go to class and read your textbook chapters, right, class? There's a lot of learning in that, but my challenge is to be present with people outside of class too. Talk to the people on other teams. Talk to people in other majors. Sit beside someone new. We talked about this in class today. Check out the trail that you haven't seen on campus, or have a conversation with a professor. Be part of campus. Be active. You'll find that learning also takes place outside of the Tuesday, Thursday classroom window. So come visit us in the School of Business and Management over on South Campus. We are in Campbell Hall, and you can do all of those types of activities, plus maybe have some coffee on the couches, or a ping pong competition, or just be present. Have a great year, and go Bobcats. Please welcome Dr. Teresa Santos, who serves as the Dean of the School of Education and Social Sciences.
Welcome to the 2026-2027 school year at Lees-McRae College. I am Dr. Teresa Santos, the Dean of Education and Social Sciences. ESS faculty, please stand as I recognize your program. Criminal Justice, undergraduate and graduate level. Human Services, undergraduate and graduate level. Psychology. And Teacher Education, undergraduate and graduate level. Please be seated. Thank you, faculty, for the dedication you show your students by planning engaging lessons, offering experiential learning opportunities, always being ready to provide personalized support and celebrating their successes. To our students here and online, I want you to know how fortunate you are to be guided by such experienced faculty, not only in higher education, but also in their respective fields. Through the sharing of their life experiences from their fields of expertise, you will leave here with a keen awareness of what kind of career pathway you will choose to follow with your degree. Students, as I was preparing this speech, I could not help but think of a poster that hung in my 6th grade classroom for many years. It was a picture of a butterfly and stated a quote from Shakespeare's Hamlet that read, "We know what we are, but know not what we may be." Think about that. When you arrived on this campus, you brought with you all that has thus far shaped who you are in this moment. However, as you learn more about the world around you and experience new friendships and ideas, your present identity will be transformed into what we hope will be an identity that will never be afraid to try new things and will always continue to prosper, grow, and change positively. I encourage you to take the time to make lasting friendships and savor the time you have here in this beautiful community. Make the memories and have no regrets. For my wish is that you will one day look back at your time here as some of the best days of your life. Please welcome Dr. Franz Ruckert, who serves as the Dean of the May School of Natural and Health Sciences.
Hello everyone, it's great to be with you at the start of a new year here at LMC. My name is Franz Ruckert and I am the Dean for the May School of Natural and Health Sciences. I want to particularly welcome our freshmen and transfer students who are new to campus. You're joining us at a special place at a really exciting time in our history. And to our returning students, thank you for the energy and spirit that you bring and for all the work that you are about to start. The beginning of a semester gives us all a chance to look ahead and imagine where we can go. And that sense of possibility is one of the things that we all enjoy most about this time of year. In the sciences, curiosity is really where everything begins. We ask questions about the people, the animals, and the environment around us. How do they work? How do things interact with each other? How can we use what we do know to solve for the things that we don't know? These can be really tough questions. But fortunately, I know just who to ask. Will the faculty of the May School of Natural and Health Sciences please stand? Thank you. These are your experts in our programs for exercise science, pre-physical therapy, biology, pre-veterinary medicine, wildlife biology, and wilderness medicine and rescue, not to mention our supporting coursework in mathematics, chemistry, and physics. I can promise you that one way or another, they're going to answer your questions. But be prepared, they will probably ask a few very difficult questions of their own. Take advantage of that dialogue and let them guide your curiosity to the next level. On that note, we happen to be in a great spot to inquire and explore. Our classrooms and laboratories include the forests and the streams and the mountains that surround us. My advice, like many of my fellow deans, is to lean into that sense of discovery. Ask the extra question in class, go on that field trip, join a club, volunteer, explore a trail in the outdoors. Try something you're not completely sure that you'll be that good at. Stay curious both in and out of the classroom, and you'll be surprised by how much you learn. Have a great semester, and enjoy the year ahead. Please welcome Dr. Jess Bellimer, who serves as the Dean of the Library.
Greetings all. Welcome to a new year. I am Jess Bellimer, and it is my utter delight to serve as the Dean of the Library at Lees-McRae. As the summer draws to a close every year, I look forward to this opportunity to highlight my team and everything they do for this entire community. Will the library team please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Students, while we have this moment together, I'd like to share with you something that I didn't know when I was in your place as an undergraduate. We all know that the library, or the Shelton Learning Commons as we call it on our campus, is a fantastic place to hang out, study, go to class, get a snack, or whatever. But it's something else in addition to that. The library is a place where questions go to be answered. The library is a house of inquiry, fueled by your questions and curiosities. Librarians are trained to discover information the bots couldn't dream of. What do you want to know? What do you want to try? Who do you want to be? Let us be a safe shelter for your exploration and inquisitiveness. If you let us, we will guide you through the rabbit holes. Do you need to know more about woolly worms and why we have a whole festival for them in Banner Elk? Are you working on a fantasy novel and you need to research some sort of ancient magical rites? Do you want to sew some rad patches on your book bag? Are you ready to begin that podcast or do market research for that startup you're waiting to get going? The library can help with all of these questions and the questions I can't even imagine that you have right now. So the next time you're in mood for discovery, or you need sources for your research paper, or you want to try something new in the makerspace, or you're just not sure where to go to ask for directions, come by the library and let us help. Let us address those unanswered questions. We'll be so happy to see you. Have an excellent academic year. I'll see y'all soon. Please welcome Dr. Nora Augustine, who serves as Dean of the Burton Center for Student Success.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I am Nora Augustine, and I am the Dean of the Burton Center for Student Success. The Burton Center, which this year is located in the Bowman Science Building while we're undergoing renovation. Spread the word, Bowman. So first, I would like to invite the fabulous Burton Center staff and faculty to please stand and be recognized. Thank you. You can sit down now. So sometimes people ask me, nobody ever asks me this, but let's pretend, what is a Student Success Center? What does that mean, Student Success Center? So as the Dean of Student Success at this early stage of the semester, I think it's my duty to remind us all that there is not one single definition. College is a place and a time where you not only get to decide what success means to you, but you kind of have to decide. And you might find that the goals you're pursuing this year and the resources that you need to pursue them are not the same as the ones that you thought you wanted last year or last month or even this morning or right now. So students, please know you can revisit your definition of success at any time. And truth be told, finding that balance between your academics, your job, your career, your relationships, your health, and all of those other pieces of life, it's a lifelong journey. But the good news is it's not a journey that you have to take alone. So the Burton Center has tutoring, advising, accessibility services, career services, and coursework that are all designed to help you thrive at Lees-McRae. So success for you might mean showing up every week to meet with a writing tutor until you pass Rhetoric 101. Remember, you need a C- to move forward. Could mean finally answering that email from your academic advisor to make an appointment. Please answer them when they email you. Or it could mean meeting with Dr. Vesley to get academic accommodations so you can have equal access to your education as your peers. It might even mean challenging yourself to ask for help before something becomes a crisis. But no matter when, you are always welcome in the Burton Center. So just make sure you know where to find us. We're in Bowman this year. Reminder, we're on the top floor of Bowman. And whether it's your first year at LMC, or your fourth year, or your fifth year, or your sixth year, we're not here to judge. It's going to be a great year. So welcome back, everyone, and I hope to see you all very, very soon. Where? In Bowman. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon. It's great to see you all. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the Jolly Green Giant. Okay, let me make myself a note. Don't make jokes to college students about frozen vegetables. Got it? If you haven't seen the Green Giant commercials, I think of myself as the Jolly Green Giant when I'm wearing my regalia. It's great to have you all here today. Students, I've been so happy this week as I've walked around campus and I've gotten to see your smiles, experience your energy, and welcome you back to this wonderful place that we call home. And that I know that over the next, whether it's the next year or the next 4 years, that you will grow infinitely more fond of this place being your home. I actually had some remarks that I prepared to share before I introduced our speaker, but Dr. Vesley said something really powerful in her remarks that I want to reiterate. As you start this new year, and I want to speak especially to our first-year students that are here, there are very few opportunities in your life where you're going to get an opportunity, where you have an opportunity for a completely fresh start. Everything that occurred in high school, everything that occurred up in the first 18 years of your life, now is a turning point, that you have an opportunity for a completely fresh start. And that means, Dr. Vesley mentioned earlier, that at Lees-McRae, the education that you get here is an education that you do. It's not an education that you receive. Through our very highly experiential educational process, students, I challenge you to explore, to fail, and know that failure is part of life and failure is part of growing up, but failures that you experience in this stage in your life are not life-ending. They are not life-challenging. They are opportunities for growth that will help you grow and achieve even more as you go into your adult years. And I hope that you will take every advantage of the opportunity that you're going to have in going to school in this beautiful place in the midst of the mountains and working with our incredibly talented faculty and staff who care about you deeply, who love you deeply, and are going to ensure that they do everything within their power to ensure that you have a great education. And I look forward to walking those paths with you this year. And for those of you that are entering your journey at Lees-McRae, I look forward to walking that path with you over the next 4 years. It is my distinct honor to introduce to you all today our convocation speaker, a man who I've gotten to know really well, probably over the last 7 or 8 months as we've worked on an exciting project for Lees-McRae and for the state of North Carolina together. Let me tell you a little bit about this man, Jeff Corwin. Since his early childhood, Jeff has had a passion for wildlife, and today he is recognized as the global leader in exploration and conservation. And he has done this through his career as an author, an explorer, and a world-renowned television personality. Speaking of television, for 2 decades, Jeff has hosted a variety of popular television series and specials, including, and this is one I used to watch with our children when they were younger, Animal Planet's Jeff Corwin Experience, Giant Monsters, Realm of the Yeti. That sounds really cool. Corwin's Quest, Spring Watch USA, Snake-tacular, and King of the Jungle, Disney's Going Wild with Jeff Corwin. Investigation Earth with the Discovery Networks, NBC's Jeff Corwin Unleashed, which was nominated 4 times for an Emmy, and for which Jeff won an Emmy for Outstanding Host. And the Travel Channel's Into Alaska and Into the American West. For the Discovery Health Channel, Jeff hosted Pets and People and The Power of the Health Connection, and his popular television series have been broadcasted in over 130 countries worldwide. We are incredibly excited at Lees-McRae that over the last few months, we have been working and are ready to launch later on this fall a national television series with Jeff that will focus on the unique natural environment, the unique wildlife, and the conservation efforts that are happening here in the Tar Heel State. Jeff's new show is a show about North Carolina and what makes the Tar Heel State such an amazing place because of the diversity of the natural life that's here, the animal life, the natural environments. And we're proud that Jeff has chosen to partner with Lees-McRae. And this series that I'm sure Jeff may mention a little bit about when he's talking to you today, every episode will begin and end on our campus, and it will feature Lees-McRae students, our faculty and staff, and many of our alumni. And some of you already this summer have gotten an opportunity to be part of that filming process, and the film crew will be back when we do Mountain Day of Service in September, and the larger campus community will get an opportunity to be part of this. Jeff received his bachelor's degrees in anthropology and biology from Bridgewater State University and his Master of Science in Conservation Biology from the University of Massachusetts at Amherst. When not in the field, Jeff and his wife Natasha, along with their daughters Maya and Marina, they inhabit a tiny farm upon a small island where they cohabitate with bees and chickens and grow potatoes, kale, rhubarb, and all the bees of your heart beats your heart's desire. And I know from experience in talking with him over dinner one night, Jeff is an expert in making pistachio ice cream. Jeff Corwin, welcome to Lees-McRae. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you so much, Dr. King. Thank you very much. I don't look very happy looking at that red-tailed hawk. Feathers out of place. I'm so delighted to be able to spend the afternoon with you today in this beautiful campus, in this beautiful mountain community of Banner Elk. I'm so blessed to be and thrilled to be a partner with Lees-McRae College on this new journey, this pioneering journey, as we tell the wild story of North Carolina through the eyes of the scientists and conservationists and naturalists on the front lines of ensuring that the wild wonders of the Tar Heel State get to the next generation. And as Dr. King alluded to, Lees-McRae College is a part of this journey as a producer and as a storyteller. And your university really has inspired me, your community here at Lees-McRae College. I am envious of you. I can't imagine what it will be like for you in your academic career to go out and see the surrounding mountains and the shadows of Grandfather Mountain with streams filled with snot otters, what we also call hellbenders, and native beautiful trout, such as our eastern brook trout. This is all a part of your backdrop as you begin your journey and that great life ahead of you. I was sort of noodling what I would focus in on today in our conversation, and I decided it would be about an impact, your impact that you will have on our world. You will have it in your community here at Lees-McRae College, and the folks that live here in the mountains of Banner Elk, and then that impact you will have, like a surrounding stream, will have a cascading effect and innovate in the communities that you'll work with and interact and live in as you grow and prosper. I think one of the most dangerous things in our world, and the lens of our conversation today will really be about nature. It's about the nature we have today and the nature in the natural world that is in our future, that is in jeopardy. And in that world of nature and conservation, I think the most dangerous, insidious element of that is having a sense of no power, feeling like you are powerless. On the other side of that coin, to know that you are power inside you means that you can have a great impact. Impact comes in many forms and shapes. You having impact means sometimes you have to punch above your weight class. Think of this community, this college, of its impact. I have known with conversations with business leaders and community leaders in Banner Elk and beyond, Lees-McRae College has a big impact. Not with the student and faculty body of 10,000, 15,000 individuals, but with 800 students and this incredibly talented and dedicated team of faculty. You have a huge impact that cascades beyond Banner Elk and this community. In my storytelling as a biologist and as a television host, I've actually worked with alums from your college doing groundbreaking conservation work in various states from Florida to California. Their experiences, the roots that they germinated here at Lees-McRae College, has sent them forth having a huge impact. And again, you don't need to be the tallest giant to cast the biggest and most impactful shadow. You within yourselves are germinating that kernel that will have a huge impact through your life and with all the people you will interact with. In that lens of nature, we can explore good impact that we have and bad impact as individuals and as a community. So, for example, if we were to look at all the mammals that live on our earth, there are around 6,800 different mammal species. And if you were to measure up their biomass, their weight, and these should be somewhat familiar words to you because while so many of you have diverse, unique interests in your individual lives and in your college careers and someday your future careers, what brings you here to Lees-McRae College is your love of nature and your love of community. And if we were to look at that world of nature through the lens of mammals, 6,800 individual species of mammals and their individual weight as a species, what would that be regarding the impact of one species to the next? Well, imagine I had a scale and I separated 3 species and I put them on one side of the scale. And on the other side of the scale, I had 6,797 other species. I think I did the math right. I'm not good at math. And on this side of the scale, you have that nearly 6,800 species. And you would have every sperm whale. Well, today there are around 300,000 sperm whales. Each of them weighs upwards to 120,000 pounds. And if you weighed that up, that's 35 billion pounds of mammal biomass. That's a big impact. If you were to look at every African elephant, there's around 415,000 African elephants. They weigh somewhere between 10 and 15,000 pounds. So if you added that up, that's 5 billion pounds of weight. Huge impact of biomass. What about field mice? Well, one field mouse weighs about an ounce. Not much of an impact. But if you added up all of the field mice on our planet, that's about 80 million field mice. And you added that all up, that would be about 5 billion pounds. So the amount of field mice weighs up to all the African elephants. So you have all of those on one side of the scale. Then on the other, you have 3 other species. You have humankind, us, and then you have swine and you have cattle. The biomass. Where would that scale tilt? Logically, we would think those nearly 6,800 others would go this way. But as you know where I'm heading, it goes this way. By how much does that scale tilt? Those 3 species outweigh all the other, humankind and the animals that we have formed through livestock and through domestication, outweigh the others by 96%. Imagine that. That is the power of impact. And one could argue that could be a negative impact. And if we look at that over time, in the last century, humankind, we've consumed 70% of all our nature. The power of impact. But then the other side, the positive impact. Again, punching above your weight class. Maybe being petite in size, but casting a mighty shadow. I think of my friend Jane Goodall. Jane Goodall's had someone in her life who had impact. And that was her mother, who was a secretary. And her mother convinced her to explore going to Africa. And then Dr. Louis Leakey had an impact on her because he believed in her, and she had no formal education, and she would go to Africa and transform our view of primates, specifically with the great apes, chimpanzees, and she would be a pioneer in conservation. Impact is powerful. Impact is transformative, and all of you possess the opportunity for mighty impact. We live in a world of uncertainty. What is certain is you will make a difference in this world. It's just a matter of what direction and how you move and how you contribute to your society. Of course, you'll be driven by passion, and you desire to explore and discover and learn. And with that, you create your foundation individually and from this incredible community to go out there and make a difference and have an impact. And as you do change our world with the incredible tools and experiences and relationships and partners you'll build at Lees-McRae College, I hope it will have a great connection to nature and ensure that our next generation will have a healthier planet than the generation before. One of the great lessons I've learned in life is that you will not protect what you do not love, and you will never love it if you do not know it. That's the mission of our series, Jeff Corwin's Southern Wild on ABC with our partners, Lees-McRae College, is to make that great introduction, to inspire that next generation of environmental stewards, of which you will be the leaders of. I am so thankful to have been able to work with you over this summer and over the months ahead to create this incredible series. I am thankful, and even more than thankful, I am hopeful, because when I look out there and I see your curiosity, I see your tenacity and your drive and your focus to make that impact, It gives me a chance to breathe a little bit easier, knowing our world will be a better place. So congratulations on your decision to make Lees-McRae College a part of your life, and I'm so excited to work with you in this incredible college. Thank you very much.
Before we move to our closing, one of our Order of the Tower members is going to come, and we have a special gift for you to thank you so much for coming and inspiring us with your words and encouraging us with our partnership. Thank you so much for being with us today, and we very much value you tremendously.
Talking about impact, and again, how you can make an incredible positive change in yourself, within your community, and the world. This series would not be happening if it wasn't for our incredible state institutions, this amazing college. Barbara Kopczynski, our good friend, and of course, Doug Witcher as well. Thank you guys. Again, have a great impact.
Thank you, Jeff, for those inspiring words for us today and being part of our convocation. Thank you all for attending our convocation ceremony today as we open our academic year 2026-2027. Cy Montgomery, the naturalist and author of How to Be a Good Creature, writes, "Knowing someone who belongs to another species can enlarge your soul in surprising ways." Cy, of course, is talking about animals, but I love the idea because in many ways that is what a college education should do, enlarge us in surprising ways. At Lees-McRae College, that learning will happen in many, many different environments, all of which you are a part here in these beautiful mountains. So as we begin this academic year, I encourage you to open those surprising encounters, learn from your professors, learn from one another, learn from this extraordinary place that we call home. And as Cy Montgomery reminds us, be willing to learn from the creatures with whom we share it. I wish each of you a prosperous and engaging new academic year. As we begin our recessional in just a moment, we will all stand. The platform party will process first. Not yet, everybody. Then the faculty will process, as well as our newest Bobcats. All others remain in place, please. One last announcement. Make sure all of our new class of 2030 that you are going to gather by the North Carolina building so that you can have your photo taken. So scurry on up there. And then don't forget about the club events this afternoon so that you can go and find something extracurricular to do. Again, we are ready.